Perfect. All right, welcome everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. So let's get started. Nice little action what we had yesterday. A lot of chaos. Couple stocks did really well. Some of them were a little bit all over the place, but we got a couple of things that are moving this morning. You know how I feel about Fridays. Hopefully everybody's been doing their journals. You review your journals and you're seeing what days you do better. Some days you do worse. And, just today's a day that you just don't want to get too cocky, too excited, as much as like on a Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But overall, market's down a little bit. We're down 173 points. We've been having a nice little rally in the market. You could see that Dow was all over the place. We were down to about we dropped all the way down here to was it 3360? We literally went up about almost 1,000 points. That's a lot in about 2 days. But and you know what? It was a lot. If you look at the chart here on the Dow, I mean, there was a lot of support levels right here. If you heard me what I was saying just a couple of days ago, if we broke this support levels right here, I mean, you had a big dip right here back in June where it was down 33. If you broke that, I mean, that's not really a good sign. I'm telling you right now, I'm still not sold on this market. All right. So I know we have a lot of people looking at swing trades and, depending on what you're in, if you got at the right price, you probably did okay. But overall, look at the chart. I mean, you were breaking higher highs and you're not really breaking higher highs as much as you were when you're going back into the 16th of August, so, and now you're on a down market. So if this starts breaking a higher low, and we learned this in class, and I know Josh is going to be talking a lot about this because phase 2 starts next week for all you silver and gold and platinum students here. And once again, if you want to know more about getting them, talk to Education Advisor. Most important thing to be a successful trader, it's not trading, it's learning first. But you could see overall from April here, we really haven't really gone anywhere. Okay, so that's really going to be the big concern right here. Now, regarding about what happened yesterday, we did have a couple of stocks that did some nice moves. This one was pretty much the nicest one out of them all. Was this RWLK, and it was funny because it was really slow, and then it just kind of picked up some momentum here. But this stock went from about $1.73 all the way up to a price around 250. Nice move, and then right there around 11 o'clock. We're usually done around 10:30, but you could see right there after that 10:30, it did have a nice little push. It still continued. Nice little trend right there. The RWLK was also very, very nice stock out there that traded. Another one that we traded also, this QS. I mean, this was awesome. This one moved really nice. A little bit more expensive, a little bit more advanced, for some of the advanced traders. But this one ran from 2360 all the way up to about 2680. So that was a nice $3 move. I actually did pretty well on that trade. That was probably one of my better trades that I did well. The stock that I got a little beat up on, which always suckered me in a little bit, was ears. I mean, we saw this big crash on ears. We did really well, and you could just see right here that it had these nasty shakes, and we got in, it hit 7, and it came back down to about 640. It went back up. And the issue with this stock is that when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's cheap, we could do it. But you know what? It wasn't as easy to trade as you might look at it. I mean, the stock got hammered. I mean, this stock was an $80 stock. I think the news is they're being investigated, by the SEC or something like that. That obviously was not really good news. But it wasn't a pharmaceutical stock that they lost it, but let me tell you, I mean, once the stock was over here at 37 and it was down to 22, I mean, people were like, maybe it's time to bounce, and you wake up in the morning. But you know what? It just was not getting done. I mean, the people were just not out there getting the deal done on that one. F-Cell's another one that did pretty well yesterday. That stock went from $6 all the way to $7.30. That one did pretty well. And Life was a really nice stock for not only as a day trade, but as a swing trade. That stock, you could see, was like a $5 stock, and you went all the way to 12. Had a nice push right here going into the close, which was pretty cool right there. And then that was about it. Other than that, it wasn't the greatest day, I thought, other than just a couple of those, but some of them moved, some of them didn't, and you just got to focus on buying it. And if you're learning anything here, as a trader, and we covered in class, focus on getting out of that position, put your limit orders out there. Just always think about taking the profit. And if you do your journals like you were supposed to, you'll see that 8 out of 10 of your trades are going to be winners when you put the limit order out there and try to take that profit then instead of getting cocky on it. All right, so let's talk about what's moving this morning. There's a couple of stocks that were actually doing pretty well. I got to hear a list right here. I want to keep an eye on ears, though. So that one, I know some of it just looked at it and it had a nice little pop, but this stock has major resistance levels right around here, around 724. After watching this stock yesterday and seeing the amount of orders that were getting filled and not breaking major resistance levels, just be very, very careful. You know, if you buy this stock, you know, don't try to think it's going back up. Try to take the 10 cents to 15 cents. If it breaks out, big deal, you know, let it break out. You could always buy it back, but be careful of the stock. You know, I traded a lot yesterday. I actually over traded it a little too much. So I'll give it a shot but if I don't get it the price I wanted it, stay away from it. That one's okay. There's a couple other ones that were better though. We have this one right here, the biggest percentage gainer on the NASDAQ. This is ZIVO. This stock, we traded it just a couple of days ago. It was at $3, ran to $8, came back down. Unbelievable short squeeze. It's back up again. Just be very, very careful of the stock because we know this is a great short squeeze. 12 million shares already traded. Nice spread. You know, it's got some big support levels here at 650. You could see how it went from like 650 all the way up to about 720. Stock is very, very volatile. I give it more already. Just looking at it and seeing that volatility, it's already a category 3. All right. So that one's doing pretty well. CAPR, another one right here. Not really the nicest trending of the stock of moving it. It did pretty well early around this morning, around 745. But and I found it this morning, but she's starting to trend down a little bit. She's got a great spread. You know, good tier size, good volume, 8.5 million in pre-market, but I'm not, you know, let's see if she holds here at these prices. But she looks like she's making a higher low, which is, you got to be careful of that one too. ICLK is another one that came up on the watch list. She's up about 8%, 6 million shares, spread's ugly. So I don't know, I might scratch this one out. 1 minute they're good, 1 minute they could be just off the list. This TMC looks pretty interesting. So this stock was a $15 stock. Stock took a huge hit. You know, it looks like it's an IPO, but it looks like she's making a little bit of a Fausto flag. Volume is good, 1 million shares, good tier sizes. I think this is a sleeper. Okay, you know how they always have these long shots or whatever? I think this is probably my sleeper looking at it and just watching how it's trending right now. So that one looks like so far a pretty good stock right there. And yeah, look at it. It's a beautiful Fausto flag. So I would keep an eye on that one. I think this is did I spell this right? UFAB. Is that right? Yeah. So this is the other one, up 41%. Nice little inexpensive stock, great pre-market trading. I know you guys were looking at this earlier this morning at 8 o'clock this morning. Stock ran from 3 all the way to 4, came back down. Damn, that was pretty volatile. That would have dropped at 20 cents, 80 cents. All right. But we all know it's got resistance levels right here, and that's why I kind of backed off exactly at, you know, back on June 24th. That's why I kind of hit there and came a slingshot straight down. So, you know, and you got your orders out there. But Rich doing great. Now, that pretty much does it with the watch list. Any other stocks anyone see out there that I did not call out? Anybody see anything else that you like out there? I think that, listen, it's Friday. We always get new stocks that will pop up, you know, when the market opens up. If you see something, you say something, but just be very careful on these swing trades. All right. Be careful of not getting caught and suckered into certain things. Lynette just has one stock I'll bring up really quick right here. Lynette in the cyber group room is bring up DVN. It's garbage. Not really doing anything. I would pass on that, Lynette. You can see it, volume's 33,000. I mean, it's not terrible, but it looks like it's been doing it on a swing trade, you know, long term. But as a day trade, I would probably stay away from it. I mean, until the market opens up, we'll see how it works out. All right. Okay, guys, good luck today. Happy trading. Let's get out there and try to make some money. Try to take the money and run today. Try to focus on your day's pay and enjoy the weekend. All right. If I don't see you this afternoon, see you back here on Monday.